we doing, Roscoe?
Welcome
Gorgeous.
to the Roscoe's Tavern viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17.
Yeah, 17. I love it.
Episode 3, baby.
You ladies want to have a seat?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit
Gorgeous.
down. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's get
sit down.
comfy.
Let's sit down. Okay, let's welcome.
Ooh. Our special guest from Season 17. Y'all give it up all over the building for Joella!
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Roscoe's, how are we doing tonight?
We are doing good.
Wait, that wasn't loud enough.
Okay.
Louder. How are we doing tonight, Roscoe's? Okay, wake it up. Yes, mama. Ooh. Okay, I'm good.
You got it,
love
girl.
it. Have a
Honey.
seat, gorgeous. How
I'm
are
not
you?
holding my wig back right now. It's okay. It's glued.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How do you like the cold here in Chicago?
Well, after going to New York and the UK, I would say the Chicago cold is like kind of mid-range.
Is
so
it?
I'm doing good. Yeah, like I've been going outside without like a big parka.
Yeah.
In the UK, I could not.
Okay.
I was gonna die. Okay.
I could have. Well, Chicago does get really cold, right? It
Oh,
gets-
yeah.
And then we have that wind from Lake Michigan. It's a lot. But speaking of wind in Lake Michigan, Lucky Star will not be with us today. She refused to work with Joella.
Yep.
It was in a rider. And they couldn't be on
Because
the
I'm
same
so
stage.
nasty.
We missed that clause in the contract, and then we caught it, and then she said, "How dare you put me with her?" And so, unfortunately, she couldn't make it this week, but we did confirm that she will be with us next week. So if you did come to see Lucky Star, why? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm a
She's
drag
starting.
queen. Relax.
We've already started.
No. If you did come to see Lucky Star, she will be here next week, okay? We're disappointed she's not here, but very happy that we have Joella, and we know Miss Thing could talk, so. So we're going to have a good old time, yes?
Yes.
You've seen our show before, yes?
Oh yeah. Well, I've seen clips of it.
Clips.
It's so popular.
It's
a dream come true to be here, actually.
Do you subscribe? You're not subscribed to our show?
No.
So you're not a VIP member?
No, she said no. This is
Everyone
why,
say goodbye to Joella. It was great having you. It was great having you. No, but really quick, if you are not a VIP member, we'd love if you go ahead and become a VIP member so you can get the whole truth and nothing but the truth all the way at the end, all that good stuff, yes? How do you do that, Kara?
Subscribed by using the link in the Roscoe's Tavern bio. And yeah, for $1.99, you can get all this cute little content.
Love that.
Yes.
Is everything okay with y'all over there?
Yeah, we're okay.
Runaway clipboard
I have a
over
lot
here.
of energy tonight, so just be ready,
Listen.
okay?
Batty came in today on 500. Upstairs in the dressing room, we were all like,
I'm sorry,
Batty.
Joella. I just wanted to
Batty.
create a really good, environment for
it's
Joella.
a great environment. Oh, for Joella?
Yeah.
Can you do it for us every week?
That would be nice.
Right. It has to be chaotic when I'm in the room, right?
Yes.
It's got to be chaotic.
Yes. Okay, so really quick, for those of you that YouTube, don't forget that we have next week. Who do we have next week? Lucky Star. So we have questions already for Lucky Star, and
Yep.
the other two are.
Hormona Lisa
and Crystal Envy.
So submit those
Ooh.
questions for our next guest. That's going to be a good time. But right now, let's get this shindig started. Okay. Well, that looked fun.
Did you need something?
No, really, it did look fun.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
So,
I want to see the menu.
work.
thank you.
Thank
you, sir.
I love that she waited right now to look at the menu.
Well,
As
I
soon
was
as I'm gonna-
occupied
as
watching the
soon-
show.
As soon as I'm gonna grill her, she says, "May I have the menu,
oh
please?"
my God.
Okay, no, let's start with last week. Let's start with
Oh.
last week. Okay.
Okay.
One of the first things I'm gonna ask you is, with the dunk tank, the whole shebang of someone staying, being on set, did it look as produced as it seemed?
Honestly, what they told us, they were like, Michelle Visage isn't here because she had to go film something else. And we were like, what the fuck? She's double booked today? And then they were like, they had us go off stage, like they showed it Untucked, and I was like, oh, there's a technical difficulty, like what's going on? And we went back on, and then they said, like, oh, we need a virgin, and they brought her in, like we were all gagged because we actually didn't know. It was gaggy. Did it feel produced?
Yes.
I'm choosing to stay silent on that one.
Yeah, we felt it was produced.
Okay.
No, but you know what? We felt like it was produced, but in a good way, because we talked about the girls going home first and not being able to see the stuff that they have in their closet and spend all that money.
Out of all the twists they have for like saving the girls, I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah, no, it was great that it was first episode.
Yes.
I did love
kinda
that. I do have this question.
Is it not?
It totally is. One of my favorite moments so far in the entire first 2 episodes, there are 3 episodes that we've seen so far, is when you're talking to her, Mona Lisa, and you're just like, girl, this person's in the bottom. And she's like, and who do you think is the other person? She's like, well, you. Tell me about that situation. And did you contemplate being honest with her, or were you like, no, I'm going to tell you right from the back?
I was contemplating because, I love being honest, but I also don't like hurting people's feelings. And I always contemplate. I'm like, can this take it, or is she going to cry and get mad at me? I thought she could take it. And that's all I'll say.
Okay. Well, speaking of taking it, Joella, out of our couples that are already forming, between Corey and Lydia, between Arietti and Lucky, did the tension seem real, or do you think they were putting on a little bit?
It's definitely real. I have had talks with those people, and the way they talk about the people they are camping with in their bunk beds. It definitely it's very real. I know how girls sound like when they're digmatized, and they do sound digmatized. Yeah.
Work.
Corey and Lydia, literally every time we do all the cast does something together, they always stay in the same hotel room. They're girl.
You are messy, Mary.
I love that. Yes.
What in the saying sister dick makes you thick or something like that?
Girl, it's gonna make you sick. I don't do that. Oh my god, I don't know how they do it. But they're so cute. Lydia and Corey, right? They're so cute.
What about Arietti and Lucky though?
Arietti and Lucky?
Yeah.
Well, you're just gonna have to ask Lucky when she comes next week.
We will. Quick question. Do you guys have a group chat with all the girls in it?
Oh yes.
Is anyone mad at each other yet or no?
We were.
Okay.
But I think within these past few months, we actually are all getting along.
Yeah.
And we all love each other.
Yeah.
I was actually messaging Hormona, and me and her, we love each other, okay? This fighting that happened whenever we filmed that, I love her.
We were talking about it last week, how some people will leave the chat, come back to chat, they get mad at each other.
We don't do that.
Did you get upset, seeing the girls talk, behind your back and stuff like that?
I'll be honest, when I first saw the episode, I was completely unaware that they had said those things about me. But I also understand that, when someone says something about you, you're going to want to bite back, especially when you're someone like Corey and Lana. It did kind of hurt at first, but then I realized, I'm telling them to their face when they're running around scared. So.
And that does.
I'm not her anymore, and I love them.
Okay, Joella, tell us what's the
What
energy?
do you wanna know?
What's the energy like going into this sewing challenge and you not knowing how to sew? Tell me.
Okay, so this is the thing. When you're preparing for summer camp, there's a lot to prepare for, and you get very overwhelmed, especially when your dreams are becoming a reality, and you have people try to teach you how to sew, but nothing sticks in your brain. I've had so many people show me how to start a sewing machine. I don't know the first step right now. It is so hard. Everyone that sews, I commend you. That's the proper word, right? I praise you because
girl.
because that is hard, you guys. Okay? Sewing is hard. But okay, I'll just let y'all watch the episode.
Okay, so Jules is making all of this fabric. She's rouging everything. You're standing there behind her, just kind of.
Girl, her. She's
Toy-
so good.
You're kind of like
she's so
toying-
good.
Right. So you're toying with like your fabric, just kind of looking around. I was seeing. At what
Girl,
point did you realize?
I was staring around the room for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And like we don't have our phones or watches, so like I didn't even know what time it was. But like I was like, oh, these girls are like their garments are like almost finished. And I was like, I haven't even started.
Oh,
and like it was like my worst nightmare come to life. Cause I knew I was gonna I knew it was gonna happen. And I was like, oh, it's gonna happen.
So when you asked Acacia for help, is this after the 4 hours or when?
Yes, this
okay.
is after. Because I was like, Acacia's sister. Because I was like, okay, well, what you're gonna do, Joella, is you're gonna find someone that's nice to you, and you're gonna ask them for help, because that's how a lot of get past a sewing challenge. But nobody wanted to make my outfit for me like they did in past seasons.
Okay.
Like, what the is up with that?
I love that you said, I had to find someone to be nice to me. Like, no one was being nice. I had to find someone. So was this by default, the case?
Well, okay. They were nice, but they were kind of like, oh, girl, what are you? Oh, okay, I'm over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got the vibe. It's
Yeah.
a very young cast. They're very passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But Acacia, I know that will help me out if I need help. And she did. I loved her so much.
Would you say that this challenge is the one you were most terrified of doing?
Oh, yeah. 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 Well, you know, fun fact, in like a local competition, when I was like younger in drag, like 2 years into it, I actually won a design challenge in a local competition against people that sew.
And what did this competition consist of?
I don't know. They were like make something out of the things you find in your household, and I was like, okay.
I
thought I was
picture.
gonna like go home that week, but I won.
So you made these things at home with no supervision.
Well, I did all. It was during the pandemic. Well, if you see the outfit yourself, you're gonna see. You're gonna be like, oh, that looks like. How did you win?
She hot glued it together, Mary.
It looked like. It looked like. But I won.
But
I
you
don't know
won,
how.
bitch. That's what matters.
I don't know
That's what
how.
matters.
I love it.
But we were we were talking about this upstairs. We said you could prepare all you want for Drag Race. There's absolutely no way to be ready for it. It just really isn't, right? Would you agree?
Baby, when it happens, and you're never gonna know how it feels until you're in that spot. And I used to talk about all these queens, but now I'm like, oh, girl. Look at you, girl. You're in the same boat.
Also, when you're in there with a bunch of different personalities, would you say that it has an effect on your demeanor as well?
Yes, because in that room, there's a lot of intimidating personalities. A lot of those personalities are very big and very overbearing. And like, in that room in season 17, you had to fight for your spot to speak because everybody just wanted to talk.
And I feel like it's either you're level 10 or level 1. Like either you're a drag queen that's really like shy on the norm, on the regular, or you're just super outgoing and eccentric level 10,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's a lot of tens. There's a lot of tens.
There's a lot of 10s.
There's also
Yeah.
a lot of mean girls. We'll talk about that when we come back.
We sure will, and we'll go back. Yes. You just speak things and they all just manifest.
happen.
And
They
they
happen.
just happen. I live for it. I live
Right,
for it. Okay, so you have your conversation with Ru.
Yeah.
Are you nervous? I would feel that when she says, do you know how to sew? And to say no is like,
All I'll say is that a lot of people have their worst fears, right?
yeah.
But not a lot of people have lived through their worst fears. And I'm on stage and I have lived through my worst fear. And I'm here to tell you guys that you guys can do the same thing and come out alive.
You're so brave.
Right? I'm so brave. Brave, honey. Brave.
Thank you for being you and being such a great example of what it is to
You're
be
welcome.
strong and
You're
overcome
welcome.
these challenges. Is there anything that maybe we didn't, that they didn't show that might have happened that was kind of interesting? With the little meet and greets with Ru?
Well, I mean, I that's all I said to her.
Yeah.
But in the confessional, I did say that I didn't want to change my outfit. I didn't want to because I wanted to make sure that I could perform in it. You know what I mean?
So were you already
You
kind
said
of
what? Ready to do so.
So were you
Yes.
already in the headspace that you were like, I'm gonna have to lip sync?
Well, I was like, okay, looking around the room, everybody can sew. So, I mean, 2 + 2 = 4. And, I mean, if I can't sew, I'll probably end up in a position that I need to get myself out of, which I feel like I could get myself out of. I don't know. We'll just have to see how this episode turns out.
Well, we
you
did
guys.
hear that a few of them actually said they couldn't sew,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
There was
there
a
was a
few
couple of them.
I'm surprised that Lucky Star can't sew, right?
Surprised as well.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was really, really surprised with that one. Anya Nerve. I mean, the hardest part, like you said, is the machine, and she knows how to do that.
Right. A lot of the girls learned how to sew for the show. Nowadays in drag, like, a lot of girls, we don't know how to sew, y'all. It's something that a lot of queens that, like, more traditional queens know how. Like, some queens do know now, and I think it is good to learn how to sew, but a lot of queens that are, like, up and coming now, they don't know how to sew. So when they get the call for this show, they go and learn. And why did I not go and, like, learn more than I should have? I don't know.
It's like
But I did
preparing.
try. I tried to learn, okay?
Yeah. But I think that's great advice, though. Also, like, there's a lot to prepare for, but you have to go and take these sewing classes because this is a challenge that happens every
Yes.
season.
And that's what I'll say for anyone that does get that call, look at what they want from you and, like, actually go and do it. Don't think you're that bad.
And
Okay.
and it's so funny because sometimes you'll get a season which is like a design season, and there's like 4 different balls and a bunch of challenges. And then
Girl,
there's one
16?
season. Yeah, then there's like one season where it's all performance and acting, and then you're like, well, I prepared to sew. You know what I mean? It's just you'd never ever know with this
You
show.
don't know, girl.
Something you couldn't prepare for was Rue giving the individual votings for the Rada Queen. Now, who did you look around and see was sweating right away when she pulled out that dossier?
I mean, the girls that told me that I did good, right?
Name them.
Do I have
Name
to?
'em.
They already showed themselves on the TV.
They sure did.
Name them.
Lana, Corey. I'm just kidding. I love my sisters. But at the end of the day, I was truthful with everyone. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. And at the end of the day, like, those receipts were there. And we're going to see what the receipts say.
And you know what? It's funny because with you being honest and this book coming out, you're probably like, I said what
Yeah,
I
she's
said.
chilling.
I said what I said.
I already told
I
y'all
said what I
hosts.
said.
I thought you were horrible. So it's kind of fierce. You don't have to worry about this.
I was like,
know what I mean?
read the receipts, girl. Read them.
I kind of live for that. Okay, so let me ask you this. We talked about what challenge, which is this one here, you were most afraid of. Which challenge were you most excited about? And I want you to hold that thought because we're going to be back in 5 seconds. Okay. So
Okay.
we're back.
Ooh.
I live. Okay, let's go back
Let's
to
go
that
back, yeah.
question.
Yes.
So we talked about the challenge that you were most afraid of, which was a sewing challenge. What challenge were you most excited about and hoping for?
I really wanted a musical.
Rusical.
I love musical theater. I love music. I love performing. And I really wanted that.
Love that. Do you have a question?
Sure.
She just let us know.
Yeah.
Love musicals. Now, when you see these two divas, they're fighting over just a little detail for their garment. As the third girl with the green, are you like, okay, I might have a chance. These two may end up in the bottom. Similar looks. What are you thinking in this moment?
I was like, why the are y'all like arguing and getting upset with each other when I'm the one like struggling here? Like, let's focus on me. Y'all saw everybody over there helping Lucky. She had Ariete, Lexi, Hormona, all the that could so help. Which I will say, Hormona, it wasn't in the edit, but Hormona actually helped me a lot this challenge. She let me borrow one of her patterns, and she actually cut out my pattern for me. And then Acacia helped me with the sewing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we didn't really see anyone helping Ariete. Lucky Stars. Ariete was just saying, "Hey, this is how you cut out the pattern." When
Oh no, you saw Lexi bending over that sewing machine.
she was helping her. Okay, when they got to the point of crying, were more girls like get it together, or is that when everyone decided to come together to make sure they had something to present on the runway?
Honestly, I was too focused on my own mess.
True.
I was like struggling myself, but I did look over and I saw like the girls helping her, and I will admit I was a bit jealous. I was like, oh, so like, what's going on here? Like, are we just gonna help each other now? Like, where's my help?
You should have started crying.
Like,
That's what it was.
Yeah. Cry
I was
again.
like, we need to make this a fair competition. Like, I need somebody to go up against.
Okay, I want to talk about Raider Queen because Anya she's not having it about these alliances. And so what was the tension like in the room when it was being told about the alliance that was created between Lana?
I will say, like, during the whole Rated Queen, like, receipts portion, nobody was really upset about the results. I think people were mostly upset at the fact that Lana and Ariete were rating each other high. And I get it, right? We're playing a game. But at the end of the day, y'all are playing a game. It's a dirty game. And you're not rating fair. And how are you going to come and tell me, you know what? I'll save it for the group chat. We're long past this drama, okay? I love Lana. She loves me. I love Ariete. She loves me. All right?
I feel like you're trying to convince yourself right now.
Yeah.
Not really. We were just texting each other.
She's like, they love me.
You're not in the group chat.
They love me. No, listen.
Sure.
You see, I knew there was something sketchy there. Tell me this.
You're the only thing being sketchy right now.
Tell me this. How did you feel when you saw the Rated Queen? Were you just like, oh?
I already said it. I didn't care.
Well, no. You said to everybody else, but you personally, when you saw how they rated you, did you just not care?
I mean, I didn't. I saw what I saw when I watched the talent show, and I'm not delusional. And I knew I was gonna get a lower placement. I saw what the other girls brought, and I thought to myself, I didn't bring enough. Yeah. But I was a little bit like, okay, like, why lie to my face though? Yeah.
No, you did keep it real with a lot of the girls. And one of our VIP members, Dominic from Germany, wants to know what is the best way we can prepare ourselves to start the day and not forget the Ella Diva? How do you begin the day?
So first of all, you go to your sewing machine that you don't know how to work. And no, actually, they updated the sewing machines. They're so high tech. The sewing girls were confused too. They were touch screen and everything.
Let's get back into it. Hey.
Yeah.
Lots of commercials, lots of fights.
Okay, we have to talk about the drama that was just unfolding.
You want to start with orange team, a green team? Who you want to do first?
I want to talk about Anya and Jules.
Let's go.
That drama right there.
They were too close to be fighting like that.
Yeah. It's because it was like day and night. Like they were working together and then they weren't. So tell us, how did that happen? Like, and was it worse than what we saw right now?
Actually, I think what we saw was an accurate representation of what it was, actually. I was like, oh, yeah, I did go through that. But what we didn't see was that when we were leaving the night before, Jules did come up to some of us, and she did say something about it. And then the next day during lunch, Anya came up to me and said something about it. She was like, Jules is getting on my nerves. And then Jules was like, Anya's getting on my nerves. So I was like, oh, like, I didn't think much about it. I was like, oh, you know, they're just annoyed, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it went down. So I guess I saw, like, the pre-game.
It was fierce because at the end of every sentence, Jules is like, it was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? It was like, well, girl. No, it was like,
Those are fighting words.
And what we didn't see most of, or any of really, was the exchange between Hormona and Lexi.
Yes.
What was that like from your perspective?
Yeah, what happened in the morning?
Okay, so in the morning, they give us an extra hour to finish our garments. And while I'm over there with Acacia trying to figure out what I'm doing still, all I hear is, well, I already told Acacia, girl, look, she has her own stone outfit. You're not allowed to do that. And then, like, we didn't really do anything. We just continued working. And then out of nowhere, I just hear Lexi yelling. And she's like, no, you know you're not supposed to do that. You're playing dirty. You're cheating. That's cheating. And Hormona's like, these are my earrings. I'm allowed to put them on my outfit. And Lexi's just like, no, this is wrong. Like, it was, like, intense. And, like, I was actually, like, I kept saying, like, do we at least have like security footage of it? Like, girl, we need something. But I guess we didn't get any of it. But girl, that
I wish we did, because it's not too often we get to see the contestants talk about like drama that happens behind the scenes. Maybe this one, All Stars 8, Willem, back then, but that doesn't happen often.
I didn't think they were gonna keep it in at first because it happened like off camera.
But I think the way that she was peeling those off, it's gonna look.
It was,
her garment is gonna look.
It was fully
chunky,
fully covered.
Yeah, so
like oh my god, I felt so bad.
They
for
kept
her.
that in definitely so we could know why her garment's gonna look the way it is on the runway for sure.
So was it like? Did you just see her ripping off stones, or did like the producer have to come on set and say, "No, this is what happened"? Was it Mandy? Because we all love Mandy.
Well,
Naysha.
like Hormona said, she was told to not continue with those on her outfit.
Got it.
So she was told. She was told. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was told.
Mandy, I know it was you. I know you watched this show. I know it was you, Mandy. Good job.
Good job, Mandy.
No.
I will just say that was some entertainment to live through. Oh my god, that was like very gaggy. Oh,
We're back.
And we're back. Wow. Okay. First things first that I want to hear if everyone up here agrees. For a sewing challenge, I thought it was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Right? They were usually with the runways we go through everyone, so we want to hear your opinions on everyone's as well. We're gonna go down. Okay, we'll start with Acacia. Acacia. I always say it wrong.
I loved.
Acacia.
It was
it's
yellow.
the yellow.
Yeah,
it was the
very
yellow.
Western, very
Dolly.
Yeah.
I loved it.
You loved it?
Oh, I loved it.
Middle of the pack for me.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Okay. Ariete.
Loved.
Oh my god.
That was the blue.
No, that was the
Ariete?
red. She paid homage to
Oh, the
Latina.
red.
Yeah.
Red.
The only part was the one that Lana that came out in red right after her. I would have been like, no, I don't want to come out.
Yeah.
Because it was so sickening.
So sickening.
Oh, she looked
She
so
ate
sickening.
that.
Okay. Crystal Envy.
Yes.
Gorge.
Blue.
Yeah. Clean. Beautiful. Clean.
Gorgeous.
Done
No
right, yeah.
notes.
Hormone. Beautiful counts. Beautiful counts.
Hormonas looked good. You couldn't tell that there were stones pulled off of it. It looked
Hormona?
Hormona was
Yeah.
good.
The
Hormona was
structure-
good.
I thought it was beautiful,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was really beautiful. Yeah. Was it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Okay.
It was gorgeous.
Jewels,
Gorgeous.
sparkles.
The attention to detail with all of that rouging was beyond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good. So well done.
I wish she would have gave herself just a little more seam allowance to walk in it,
Yes.
but it was
Yeah.
stunning. It was
Yeah.
stunning. I couldn't have made it, so proud of her.
Right. That shit fierce
Yeah,
as
she
fuck.
made her
Good.
own
She
fabric
did
to me.
so
Yes,
good.
I mean she
Yeah.
did that.
Okay. Corey King.
RuPaul.
RuPaul. That
That's
was
what
RuPaul.
she looked like. Yeah.
It was. I mean.
She was giving me Clueless down.
I don't know what.
Yeah.
It was giving Bianca. Somebody said Bianca.
Yeah, wasn't it?
No, it was. It was just.
The ice has definitely melted.
We're still sipping. We're still sipping.
Yeah, Corey's was just. Yeah. Lana.
It did what it needed to, but it wasn't wow like everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Naysha,
But
what do you
it's true.
think?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexi.
8.
She ate it.
Love. And I
Loved
love
it.
that her concept.
Her prop
she was
worked.
able to execute it. That it worked. How was it?
I mean,
in
I
person?
liked the gag, but
But the gown was just too. Or the
it
dress
was
was too
it
simple.
Was, like, I don't know. I love her. She's so fierce.
Yeah.
But for me, like, a
But
see-through dress.
Okay, fair.
You know what I mean? Without the
Yeah.
gag, like, it wouldn't have like.
Yeah. You
so-
can say it was ugly.
But she did good. She's so smart. Like, that is smart.
Yeah. Lucky Stars. Fuck.
I actually liked it watching it here more than I saw it in person.
It was a full garment.
I think to be
Great
honest, in person,
You know-
I wasn't paying attention like that.
Okay.
It had movement.
You know what I was
liked
just
it.
the only thing I was just like really was that so early in the competition, just stick to what you really, really know and thrive at that. Stop trying to invent the way and do something. You know, like right now, she should have just did her.
She was
drag.
trying
Yes,
to beat the
yes.
judges to the punchline
Yes.
and switch your makeup.
Yes.
On.
Yeah.
And it should have just been you, because that's why you got cast, boo. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what I thought about Lucky's. Lydia B. Collins.
Lydia
Whoa.
ate in that yellow.
Over. She did. Oh my god.
That butthole was
Yeah.
good.
That
was a
so
good
serious.
butthole.
It was good.
Lydia is so fucking kind. Oh my god, I love her.
No, I loved. I loved, and I love that her mug is just so different from everybody else's. Okay, Anya Nerve. What do we feel about Anya Nerve?
I live.
It was good.
Very
It was
gorgeous.
it was tight. Yeah.
Okay, cute. Sam Star.
Done.
I
The blue was
live.
The blue.
everything.
Sickening.
Top.
Everything.
The thing about Sam is that mug too. Her like she squints her
Gorgeous.
eyes and she just looks gorgeous. We're back in Sam's
Susie too.
I
Susie-
love Susie.
Susie was
I loved
great.
it. The red, the little double ears.
Yeah,
Very
it
good.
was actually. It was, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, Queen.
Okay, we're back. Okay, tell us what your thoughts are hearing the critiques, because you don't get to hear those while you're there. So, what do you think about what they just said about your garment?
I mean, this is a thing. People love to call me delusional, but I'm gonna be honest with myself, and I can't help but to agree. I didn't come prepared, and it was my fault. You know what I mean? Like, there's things you can't there's girls that'll be like, "Oh, Mary, this and that." No, I mean, I deserve the critiques I got, and that's the tea. And there's no other thought.
No, love the self-awareness on that. You did execute a really good garment with a hard material, so it may have just been a leotard with some capes, but you still turned it, Diva.
I will say I did pucker it up here, over here. I put horsehair on the bottom, girl.
Okay.
I did try. And
Effort was
also,
there.
there was a lot of just tube dresses up there. At least I did something that had to do something.
And you know what? You could have just given up. And
Yeah, you
did
could-
it.
that's what I was gonna
And
say.
Oh
then
my
you
God,
did
the
it.
way it almost did girl,
Really?
that was
Yeah.
like so hard for me. Can I be honest? And like this episode, I was so scared to watch back. And like, I just can't wait to see the rest of it. But like, oh my God, like, this is insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is challenging to watch yourself up there, especially when you don't know what you're going to
Because
see.
as
really.
a local queen, like, you don't really get critiques like that. People don't tell you the truth. People just praise you. And like, that day was the first day I was okay with not like feeling like I was like good enough. Like, I was okay with being a
And really quick, I hope that you can take that out of your vocabulary, because it's not that you're not good enough or that should even cross your mind. It's that you came across a challenge, and that was it. You just said that you just weren't prepared, which means that next time you will be prepared. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They have us walk the runway twice, right?
Right.
I remember the judges' looks my first time around walking. I have never seen someone look at me like that when I was on stage. And I swear to God, the moment I got off stage, right before, like, I had to walk again, like, I was just bawling. Like, I felt so disappointed in myself. Like, trust, like, I'm not delusional like that, y'all, okay? Like, I was very disappointed in myself. And, like, these girls really did do really good. And, like, I'm thankful for the help I got. But, oh, my God, I didn't do as good as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, we heard what they said about you. When it came to Lucky and Corey, what were your thoughts on them? Or did you have an idea of how that was going to go with either of the divas?
I mean, Lucky's critiques, I feel like they went, like, easy on her. But, like, I actually think that she did try to. Like, she did try her hardest. And, like, she did good for what she could do. But I did feel like I just don't like that my critiques are, she wasn't prepared, this and that. Oh, it's season 17 when Lucky says, it's just not in her wheelhouse. She makes shit for a living. Like, what are you talking? I don't make anything. I'm not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, but Lucky doesn't use the sewing machine. I mean, she makes
Me neither.
Can we talk?
Wait,
about,
hold on. I have a
listen.
question. How much help did you get from the girls on your garment?
Honestly, okay.
Yeah, honestly, because you're
Hormone-
honest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Hormona, she cut my pattern out, right?
Okay.
And then that's all she did. She said, okay, the rest you got to figure out. I was trying to get the sewing machine to work. Acacia had helped me set it up like 10 times. After the 10th time, the needle was like popping off or whatever it does,
Yep.
I was like, okay, it's time to bring the hot glue gun out. So that whole thing is hot glue gun together.
Okay, we
Yeah.
have to go.
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, let's make some noise for Joella winning her lip sync. Congratulations, doll. So, listen, being in the bottom is a very dramatic thing. Lights go down. It's super dramatic. Tell me what was going through your mind as soon as they let you know that you're in the bottom, and then you're going to have to lip sync.
I knew that I was gonna have to lip sync and perform, which is what I do a lot, and I feel like I felt most comfortable in that moment because I knew I was gonna send that home.
Work.
I was not gonna go home first. Like that was not gonna happen.
Now, we get to see the girls coming back to the Untucked Lounge and discuss who they thought the tops were and who they thought the bottoms were. And in their confessionals, they're being a little less sympathetic than they were in person. Did anyone voice these concerns to you right then and there?
No.
They let you feel your feelings and then later talk their
I'm like reacting to it like in real time.
In real time,
right
yeah.
now.
How are you feeling right now watching this and hearing Sam say that about you?
I mean, I did call her talent show boring. I mean, I feel like I don't know. It's just like it feels weird because it's like in person they're so nice and everything. And like I'm not lying. Like in LA I am well known. I don't know why they're editing it like that. I don't know why they're reacting like that. And some of them would even call me by my my former name, Joella Perry. So they've seen my account before. They've been followed. So I don't know why they're acting like that.
And also, your fear is very real. Like, no, everyone when they get on the show, their biggest fear is to like go home first and feel like they're letting their community down. So I think you were very valid in that.
And like I just honestly like right now like I just don't like that in that moment they wanted to be shady with me because like in other moments I get it. We're fighting and untucked whatever, but like right then and there like that was something I didn't even want to share on the show. Like I was just so emotionally overwhelmed that like it ended up coming out. And when we were there, like I did notice that a lot of the queens were ignoring me and they were catering towards Lucky and Untucked and they were all around her and everything. I felt abandoned, but it's fine because I always find my own way and I sent her home, so I didn't need any of their help.
And that's on period, yeah.
I love them though, but like
We're back.
The girls are fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're playing games.
I kind of live for it. Okay, so the winner of the challenge was Ariete.
Sam Star.
Sam Star for this
no, it was
Was
Ariete.
Ariete. Like I
was
said it
Ariete.
the first time.
It was giving Ariete winner.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, and correct me if I'm wrong because you were there. You get to experience everyone's personality. I think if Sam Star did not win and Ariete won, Sam Star would give two. She's going to focus on the competition. She's going to do what she got to do. She believes in what she's doing. Ariete doesn't, or I always say it wrong. Ariete loses, and she's pissed. It's going to with her psyche. She's going to be upset. She's going to start some drama.
Say how she
She's
feels.
going to be vocal about how she feels and be like, I should have won. That's the way I look at it. Because to me, she was the winner of the actual runway for me. What do you think?
I mean, I agree, but hopefully she finds the words to convey what she's feeling inside.
Because she didn't express.
Because she don't know how to talk.
Oh. Work.
Well, someone who is doing a lot of talking right now is Crystal. She's keeping it very real with Anya.
Yes,
she said, hey, it looks good, but not on you. No, you look good in it. It does not look good off of you.
She said she'd throw that in the trash.
She ate that. She ate that.
Did Anya just receive it and was just like, cool girl, and just kept smiling?
Yeah.
Did she have, no.
Honestly, she did exactly what she did, and I was like, oh, she's not gonna say anything. But now we see the confessional, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense.
The girls
now.
were bothered.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Now, the theme for this runway was Monopoly. They got good money for that, so proud of y'all, RuPaul's Drag Race. It is a classic game, and one of our VIP members, Anthony from Tampa, wants to know, Joella, are you a gamer? And if so, what's one of your favorite games to play?
Oh my god, so I used to be a gamer, and actually my favorite games are Street Fighter and Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fighting game diva.
Who's your favorite? Who do you choose on Street Fighter?
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Actually, funny story, the way I found out about Chun-Li was I was in China as a kid. I stumbled upon this arcade machine. I put a coin in. I was playing as Ryu. I beat every person, and when I got to Chun-Li, couldn't beat her. And I was so gagged by her because of the spinning bird kick. And like I just had to know more about that diva. And she became like my obsession for so long. Yeah.
I love her. I like when she goes upside down and does that like helicopter
yes.
thing.
Yes.
I live.
Yes.
And Vega. Do you guys know which one Vega is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
He's a homosexual. I live for him. You know he's gay. Vega's a homo with his little.
Naysha, when
So
did
good.
you ever play video games, girl?
A very long. I played those when they first came out. Back in the 90s, 80s. I don't know. Very
She
long
had
time
an
ago.
Atari.
owned the
Oh my
arcade
god!
machine.
I remember Atari.
Atari, oh yeah.
Oh my god! Not Frogger. What the?
She's not that old.
You
She's
can
not
play. You can play that on your phone now. Let's be real.
Calm
Frogger?
down with the Frogger.
What is that?
All right, I have a question for you,
Go for it.
Joella. Louise from London wants to know why you became such a Katy Perry stan.
So my sister was a big One Direction fan, and one day she started talking all this about Katy because she was like, "Oh, she said this and this about One Direction," and I was like, "Oh, like I'm just gonna look at her music real quick." And then I looked and I was like, "Wait, it's catchy." And then like more and more I found out about her, I was just more stunned. Like I was gagged.
I want you to hold that thought because we're going back, but I want to talk more about Katy Perry.
You are wild.
Some say delusion. I say confidence.
Miss
bitch.
Thing walked up to her and said, "Guess what? I'm gonna be here next week."
Listen, I need
You're
to ask.
going
I
home.
need to ask you something about that. Now, the way I look at it, you weren't playing fair. You were getting in that head and her psyche up. You're like, I see myself here. That would have to somebody up and be like, damn. Was that the strategy?
That was. It really wasn't. If it was any of the other girls, yeah, I would have played that strategy. But Lucky is such a sweetheart, and you see how the cast is so nurturing towards her. Like she really I feel like she doesn't have a shady bone in her body, and it really did feel bad, and that's why I wanted to go up to her and tell her like, I feel bad that I have to send you home because I don't want to. I don't want it to be you, but I'm not gonna go home.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like that happened because you saw every girl going up to her during Untucked or right before and giving her that moment of like, "Hey, we see you. We don't want you to go home," and they weren't doing that to you?
For me, it was more so the fact that I knew that was my last chance to really talk to her, and I was like, I wanna.
So you're gonna hate her?
I was like, I just wanna like talk to her before I never get to see her again. Honestly, like that was what I was thinking.
No, seriously. When you get eliminated, you do not see the cast ever again. Like, from then on until everything is over, like you don't see them.
That is the next time you'll see
Months
each other. Yes.
later, yes.
Months later, sweetheart.
Well, she went home. You didn't.
Exactly.
May I ask you though, who have you remained close to in this cast since filming has wrapped up?
I just had a phone call with Acacia. I miss her so much right now. Well, you know, we're LA sisters. I knew her before. Me and Lexi are pretty close. Honestly, we all talk in that group chat. We all talk to each other. We all check in with each other. Last night, a couple of us were sharing our anxieties with this new episode coming out. And like, when I say like we really love each other, like I really do mean it. And like, yeah, I'm watching this back and I may feel a certain type of way, but like at the end of the day, like Lana and Corey and all the girls, like they're true sisters. And this season has such a bond that like, I don't know. None of those 13 girls can be replaced in my heart. And I love them so much.
Well put. Let's get back into Untucked.
All right. Okay, before we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to the front bar. and to YouTube non-VIP members. We're going to have a Q&A back here. So if anyone from the front bar would like to join us, please come back here and join us because we're going to do a cute little Q&A and have some fun back here. And for you guys that want to join us, if you're not a VIP member, then you have to join. I don't know what you're waiting for. Join. But before we go, this is personally really important to me. I'm just going to name, you'll get the point, who I'm naming and why, but we have, Victoria Porkchop, Shangela, Venus, Alyssa, Penetration, Kelly Mantle, Magnolia Crawford, Tempest de Jour, James Mansfield, Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, Soju, Dahlia Sin, Kimora Hall, June Jambalaya, Irene DeBow, Hershey Licorgite, and now Lucky Star. I'm going to tell you something. If you're not following any of these gals, follow them. If you go to a meet and greet, say hello. If you see them, ask for a picture. And I say this from experience. When we sit there next to the girl that lasted all the way to the end or won, they walk past us. They don't ask for the picture. Sometimes they don't even say hello. So I'll tell you this. That is why they don't want to go home first. Because the fandom is so toxic that it defines their drag. Lucky Star is a very talented individual, just like every single person I just listed. So please do me a favor, follow the girls, show them some love, and if you get an opportunity to come next week, come give Lucky Star some love because she will be here. So please join us. On that note, let's go ahead and say goodbye to Joella.
Give him a round of applause, Roscoe.
Please continue that energy and clapping and love for Miss Caramel DeVille.
Thank you, Joella. Thank you, Naysha. Keep that going for your favorite auntie, Batty Davis.
And keep that going for Naysha Lopez.
Thank you guys so much. Non-VIP members, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and join because it is about to go down. Bye, YouTube.
Bye.